Yo, what is up, guys? Willis back here again, jumping into episode 16 of Bike Unchained 2 here. Making some progress at the end of season 1. 3 days, almost 4 days left, and we got a 4-star bike offer in the shop here. Check this out, $10 rather, 4-star bike offer. Slay the Mountains. I think that's the Rocky Mountain Slayer frame. So hence the Slay the Mountains frame. 665 overall rating. Looks like you get some obtainium with that as well. And I think we're going to have to buy season 2. We'll have to buy that season pass, which I think will be 1,000 obtainium. So we're going to have to buy more obtainium at some point. So this might actually be very worth it, at least at this point in this game. I'm sure we'll get a better bike than this in the future, but for now I think that'll be our best bet. And so I'm going to go ahead and buy it. You're all set. Purchase was successful. $10 spent on this game. No complaints there. I think it'll definitely be worth it. We'll try to save all of that obtainium if we can for the next season pass. So hopefully we don't have to spend more money buying the next season pass for season 2. But there's a Rocky Mountain Slayer frame. We got some Carson storage cards there with that. So yeah, no complaints, man. Definitely super stoked to get that. That just randomly popped up in the shop. And let's check it out. Rocky Mountain Slayer ready to upgrade on to level 2. Just like that. Boom, bada bing. Let's see. So overall it just goes up by 2. It might not even be our best frame for the time being. The cube stereo still might be a little bit better. But we'll check out the other components here. See if those will help us out a little bit. You see our overall bike score is 682. I think the one we just bought, if you put all those components on, I think the overall rating was like 665. So we're actually already above that. But I still think it's worth buying it just for the obtainium aspect. So we can buy the next season pass, because we would have to buy that anyway. Assuming that's how that's going to work. We don't know for sure yet at this point. But I am recording commentary after this gameplay was recorded, so I do know that that's how it's going to work. So definitely don't regret it. Definitely would recommend it in that certain case. I know the time has passed by the time you guys are seeing this, so I'm not sure what kind of deals and things will pop up in the future. But if you get something like that, if it's like a deal with some obtainium, compare it to the price of just obtainium on its own and see if it's worth it. Because there's a good chance that it would be, but we'll see what pops up in the future and what else we end up buying. But we'll just go ahead and zip through the components like we usually do at the beginning of episodes. Make sure we're rocking the best possible stuff for the time being. And we got lots of rewards in our inbox. 76th place in the weekly event. All right, some more obtainium. Start stacking some of that, hopefully. Got some more rewards. 2,832nd in this event. All right. Must have been a pretty big event. I don't remember which was which. Looks like we leveled up Fabio Wibmer. I love to ride bikes and do tricks. And what do we get? Is that a boost? I guess we just skipped on through it. The struggle of doing commentary after the gameplay is actually recorded. Sometimes I want to check things out, but apparently I didn't in the past. But we'll see whatever that was coming up here. And looks like our last reward here. 2-star sponsor pack. Chance to get some good stuff. Oh, I was right. I didn't even know that was coming, I swear. 1 4-star card. Definitely no complaints there. We will definitely be taking that. Let's go ahead and check that out. See if it helps us out. Looks like it does, right? Let's see. RockShox Pike. Yeah, I think that's a move, right? I think that's a move. Let's do it. No complaints with that one. Looks good enough. Pretty much plain black color scheme. Can never go wrong with that. And let's jump into some action. Make some more progress on some more challenges. And keep grinding here as Season 1 comes to a close, or begins to do so at least. Jumping into some slopestyle. We got our tricks set up from the last time we did this course, and they are all in blue, which means we should be able to hit all of them. I'm not too worried about the score, just more worried about completing the challenges, completing the tricks, doing the best that we can. Or, you know, just getting through the course, completing each trick. I don't really care about the overall score. I guess doing the best that we can would kind of contradict what I just said there, but you guys get the point. You get the point. I think I just recorded commentary for like 4 or 5 episodes in a row, so I'm sure this one will get nice and cringy. Try to find something to talk about, because there's only so much to talk about with this game, right? Pretty much, you know, it's kind of the same thing over and over again. Just unlocking new items is really what keeps it fresh for me. And then obviously as you unlock new items, you know, you start to get better. You can do, in like slopestyle, for instance, you can start to do better and better tricks, bigger tricks, get more points, better scores. And downhill, obviously, you're just going to be zipping through courses faster than ever. Makes it a little more exciting, in my opinion. So we still got some stuff to look forward to, even though if, you know, the gameplay isn't completely different, it's generally the same. And of course, there's also those special events with some real-world prizes. We got some awesome prizes coming up in the future. Can guarantee you that, since I already know some of what happens in the future here. And so, yeah, still enjoying this game, man. Definitely still enjoying it. And let's see, 3-star jump, 360 seat grab, Indian air. Pretty solid trick right there. All right. I feel like we just barely hit that one. Toboggan air. I don't know, man. I don't know. Might be able to do a slightly bigger trick on that jump, but it's hard to tell. Participant, little progress on that. 2 out of 20. Is it 21 or 24? The numbers are so small on the screen. Let's see. 2 out of 24. Win 5 heats, 3 out of 5, and spend obtainium, 0 out of 50. So yeah, we'll definitely be completing these challenges in this video. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that, but I think that'll be the case. They seem pretty easy. The victories might be a little bit hard. We've been struggling the last couple episodes to pull out victories. You guys know the story on that by now. If you don't, go back, watch those episodes. Hear me rant about that. But basically, we're just kind of stuck where we are until we upgrade more components and unlock better stuff. But we're doing all right for it now. Maybe not, as we get a 4th place finish. But overall, aside from this race, we're doing all right overall in this game. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the journey, enjoying the progress. Like I've been saying, 99.9% of the time that I'm playing this game has been recorded and uploaded to my channel, which I really like for this series. I'm doing a Let's Play series. I feel like I messed up a little bit there. But I think it's fun to be able to go back and watch the entire playlist and see the entire journey, starting out from day 1, where I pretty much had generally no idea what I was doing. And it's even cool to see, like, the bike we started out with and how slow we went through these courses, and now even looking at this, like episode 16, and we'll have many more episodes after this, I can promise you that. I totally screwed up there. Wow, that was bad. But just like visually seeing how much faster we zip through these courses now as we've upgraded our components, you know, how much more fun and exciting the game has gotten as we've unlocked stuff and as we go faster through it, unlock more tricks and slopestyle, and be able to pull off bigger tricks and everything like that. So I like being able to go back and see that progression. Definitely cool, even if I just watch it myself. I think it's worth it. I'm just posting some stuff that I really enjoy doing for the time being. But yeah, still struggling a little bit here in these races. Let's see if we can pull out 3rd maybe. Come on. Is that guy's name Dammy? Is that Danny? Or is that Darny? I don't know. It's so small on the screen right now. I can't tell. You guys can probably see it perfectly. I couldn't even tell there. Still too small. But yeah, we got the Autumn Chill special event. Check that out. Athletes Training Long Sleeve. That looks pretty sweet. Red Bull, hook me up with some shirts maybe. I'm down. No, 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 no. You see Ninja's Stream Room. Got that Red Bull sponsorship on the Stream Room. Decently cool. If I made a Stream Room, I'd definitely do some things different, but I guess it's a cool space. So shout out to Red Bull Games. Always doing some pretty cool stuff. It's pretty cool to see some, mix of the gaming world with the mountain bike world in this game. Definitely love their apparel as well. So probably won't go too hard in this particular event, but in the future, as I've said in past episodes, maybe as we save up some tickets, if there's like a super awesome real world prize, I'd totally go for a t-shirt, but I'm not gonna spend like $50 in the game to buy tickets and try to go for it, right? I might as well just buy the t-shirt in real life. But depending on what the prizes are or how I feel about our chances in the particular event, we'll definitely be going for some of those in the future, see if we can win some real world prizes. But regardless of if we compete for it, if we don't compete for it, if we do compete and we don't win, regardless what happens, it's super cool to see something like that in a game. You definitely don't see that too often. I'm definitely not a gaming expert by any means. There's still so much that I'm learning about this space as I've been making YouTube videos and stuff. If you guys have been watching for a long time, like before I started making YouTube videos, I've played games before, like Call of Duty in particular, and a few other things here and there, but I really would never call myself a gamer before I started posting these videos. So there's a lot that I'm still very unfamiliar with. Still trying to figure all this stuff out, get into the space, but it is a fun space to be in, indeed. But basically my point is, I don't know everything that's out there, so apologies if there is something out there, but I can't think of any other game off the top of my head that offers like actual real world prizes like that in the game. So I think that's super cool, regardless of if we even have a chance at winning. I don't know. We'll figure out when we choose one event to really, really go for it. We'll figure out just how hard it is. And that'll be actually pretty exciting to try. To see like kind of, if you have to spend a lot of money in the game to buy tickets, to do the event over and over. I still don't know exactly like how you earn the points and stuff for events like that and how to increase your rank. But when we go for some in the future, that'll be fun to figure out. And yeah, if there's more games out there that offer like real life prizes like that, definitely let me know in the comments. So it'd be interesting just to know about them. I'm sure there's got to be some out there, but there's definitely none that I know of for the time being. So definitely something a little unique in my opinion, something a little bit different, something pretty cool. And looking forward to trying it out in the future. Let's see, we just got to finish a bunch of heats now and spend some obtainium. So if you guys caught the last couple episodes where we were doing the participant challenge, which was 30 last time, I think it's like 24 this time around, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure how they choose the different numbers. I guess it could just be completely random, but you saw that took, between the two episodes, almost like 40 minutes or so of gameplay to complete 30 heats, which isn't too ridiculous if you think about like a minute per heat, like I was saying last episode. Definitely not too ridiculous, but you might not realize just how long it takes to complete something like 30 heats. So we got like 16 left to go here, so it'll probably still be at least like 10 minutes. I think, yeah, I can see the episode time here. I think we got like 12 minutes left in this episode. So, a little shorter than a minute per race. Let's see if we can see the time here if it pops up. Yeah, so 47 seconds there. So I would guess like 30 to 45 seconds per heat, per race. Obviously, we messed up there a little bit, so we definitely do better than 47 seconds. So we'll see what this one is, but obviously we're finishing like 16 races in 12 minutes or so, and that will include the time scrolling through the menus, looking at the, after race results, the podium, whatever, collecting some rewards here and there. So definitely not too bad. They go pretty quick, but the time definitely adds up. If you got like 24 heats, 30 heats to complete, it's not just gonna be one and done like that challenge to spend 50 obtainium. Like, obviously that's about the quickest challenge you can do, at least if you can decide what to spend it on, right? Still a little bit rough. I kind of wish maybe they should add this. Maybe you should be able to skip challenges. Would that be cool? Maybe spend like 1 obtainium to skip a challenge, and then if you skip it, like it goes on that hour-long timer as if you just completed the challenge, but obviously you wouldn't get rewards for skipping it like you would if you completed it. It would just kind of go through that timer. And so like, it's like, I don't know, it shouldn't really be a challenge to spend 50 obtainium, Like if you got, let's say you got 1,020 obtainium and you're just trying to save for the next season pass, which will probably be 1,000 obtainium. If you spend 50, then you drop below 1,000, and you're like, okay, there are ways to get obtainium for free just by playing like ranked events and unlocking these sponsor packs. So you could gain that back. Like, that's not the best example, but the concept is still there. It's like, those challenges like literally force you to spend money in one way or another. It is, you don't have to spend money, but it is the premium currency in the game. So it's kind of like spending money just to complete a challenge, just to make a little bit more progress. So I don't know, maybe they should add a little update where you can skip challenges, maybe skip them for free, because you're obviously not gaining anything when you skip them if it just goes to that hour-long reset timer until you get another challenge. So I think that could be a really nice thing to add to the game. I think I've talked about it. I don't think I've talked about it for a while, but earlier on in the first 5 episodes or something, I think I might have talked about like a couple things that I would change with the game. Just a couple design changes, UI changes, user experience changes. The biggest one being when somebody's in front of you, like this guy right here, Merrick or whatever, his profile picture takes up way too much of the screen. You can't really see the course coming up in certain sections, at least. It wasn't too bad in that particular situation, but just things like that I would change. I definitely still want to make that video, and I thought I had a full list, and then recently in the last couple episodes I've just thought of a few more, so I'll try to add all of those in there. That'll be a bit more of an intensive video to make. Not really the best word I'm looking for there. Time consuming. I guess that's I guess that works. Pretty simple. I don't know why I was struggling to find that, but that'll definitely be a more time consuming video, at least if I make it the way I vision it to be. So it'll take some time to get out there, as I'm still trying to post just these playthrough type of videos, and then find the time to make that video on top of this. But it's definitely something I want to do, definitely something I'm planning on doing in the future. Just kind of give some suggestions on things that can make this game just a little bit better. And it's nothing earth-shattering. I think it's things that are 100% achievable in even just a short time frame. So hopefully when I make that video, hopefully someone will see it with the power to do something about it in the game, and we can just improve a couple things here and there, make it a little bit better. But yeah, like right here, we got this guy's picture in front of me, just taking up just a little too much of the screen. It's not terrible, especially when you're watching it back here. Like it doesn't look that bad, but when you're actually in the race and you're like, you have no idea what's coming up, and you could easily be caught off guard. You're not like stressed out, like it's a stupid little video game, right? But you're just like, you're trying to pay attention. You're on the edge a little bit, preparing for what could be coming up, like some crazy jump, some whatever, where you got to pedal, where you got to coast and pump downhill and whatever. When your screen's covered up even that much, you can have some super simple sections just catch you off guard and can definitely be frustrating to deal with. So that's definitely something I'd like to see changed, and then some other things on top of that as well. But generally, I don't think there's anything that like has to be changed. I don't think there's any like huge deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? I think they did a very good job overall designing this game and stuff. So really, not too many complaints. Just some improvements. Some improvements that I would make. And let's see if we can get the dub here. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Yes, queen. Half a second out in front there. Not a personal record. But making some good progress there. Probably get like one more event after this. I forget what the progress said on that challenge. I think we got like 5 minutes left in this episode. Trying out something different in that section. Try to just clear that little section. Seems like it works alright. We didn't really gain too much, but we didn't lose. Looks like we got a chance for first here. See if we can hold on to it. Looks like, no, I still didn't learn in this video. That more like flat section with the truck there on the left side where the dog barks. I don't know if you guys can hear it, how loud the background sound will be in this video, but there's always a dog barking as you go through that section. But it's definitely one of the sections that you need to pedal a lot more than I was. You can definitely gain a little bit of ground there, and apparently that was our personal record. So we are getting better. Maybe that section at the beginning where we dropped in and avoided that one little weird section by sailing over it in the air. Maybe that helped us out a good amount. But I know for a fact that we can get even faster on that track, as we will be doing in the future as we learn more and more. Just the subtle nuances to each track, where to pedal and things like that. You definitely get a feel for it. I know I've talked about it in the past about it's kind of hard to tell like when you should be landing from jumps, when you should be pedaling, when you should be coasting. And so it's definitely been helpful to see other riders if you're in races where your competition is close in front of you or close behind you. You can actually see, you know, their ghost in the race. And if there's like a section where they pull ahead of you a lot, and let's say like they're pedaling and you're not pedaling, you're like, oh, maybe I should be pedaling in that section, you know. So it's good to get that type of feedback. You know, if you're way out in front or if you're way out behind the competition in the current race, and then you won't be able to see the ghosts of the riders, you know, the replay of what they did in that race. And so then you won't get that feedback. But when you're in those tighter, closer races like that, you can definitely get some pretty good feedback. So that's super nice to have. And it's definitely helped me progress a little bit, get a little bit faster on these courses, start to realize more, you know, where I should be pedaling. It's actually probably more pedaling than you initially think, at least for me. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone, but you know, I've realized as time has gone on that you gain much more from pedaling than I initially realized, you know. And so there's actually a surprising amount of pedaling in this game, which, you know, is good because it kind of brings some more skill into things. Like, you got to know when to pedal and stuff, and that could vary your performance from other riders, make you a better rider once you learn, you know, how and where and when to do it. So it's definitely been fun getting a feel for that. And it's definitely more than I initially thought. You know, initially on, I pretty much like doing this, just gliding through most of the courses and just coasting on the uphills. But I've been trying to implement some more pedaling, especially on those uphills or flat sections. And it doesn't help you in every situation. Sometimes it'll hurt you. Sometimes just coasting is faster than pedaling, and when you start to pedal, it'll actually slow you down in certain cases. So you got to get a feel for it. But as you do get a feel for it, it's definitely something that'll help you out a lot. Just make you faster overall. See if we can gain first here. Final jump. Yeah, that jump I think it's probably better to land a bit earlier, so I'll get a little bit better at that as time goes on. But we did hit another personal record, so at least we're doing better than we have in the past. Jump into another heat here. I think this will be the last one for this event and probably for this video. I forget what our progress was on the participant challenge, but I don't know. I guess we might not complete it. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Let's see what pops up. What's gonna pop up? Participant, yeah, 20 out of 24. So I guess we're not completing it in this video. I don't know. It's always weird going back and figuring this stuff out. But it looks like we will hit the next level. We'll just spend some obtainium. That should complete that challenge. I think it pops up once you get through these cards here. No, I guess it doesn't pop up. But yeah, it is completed there. Big spender. So we'll collect that. That'll take us to the next level. And I guess we'll finish participant in the next episode. And that'll be another 75 season points just like that. Let's see. We got 1,000 gold this time around. Completed level 10 on to level 11. We got a long ways to go. 3 hours, 22 minutes. A bunch of episodes coming. Stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode.